Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Holden Whipple, and I am running for president to bring you economic freedom. Although you might know me as the big co-owner of a very successful bank, I also have a lot of experience in politics. Originally, I went to Harvard to study law. Although I graduated from Harvard Law School with flying colors, practicing law was never my true passion. Creating and influencing law has always been where my interests lie. I practiced as a lawyer for a successful firm for 10 years before my wife persuaded me to run for mayor in our hometown. She saw the political potential in me and brought it right out. We won the election and I held office of mayor for 2 terms for the city of Miami. Together with my legislators, we helped the economy flourish by lifting regulations. To increase the reach of our policies, I ran for the office of governor. Through my success as a mayor, I won the election and served as Florida's governor for 8 years. My constituents were very pleased with my work and my policies. However, as just a governor, I saw the limit to how much one can do to impact the economy. Let me share with you a story that has strengthened my resolve to run for president and give Americans the economic freedom we all deserve. I lived in a neighborhood with 2 families that stand out when I grew up. They have both important similarities and differences. Each family loves their children very much, but they use very different methods to raise each of them. One family, the Thompsons, spoil their daughters. The parents give high allowances, even if the children don't do chores, and offer help for things the daughters can easily do on their own. One sibling has a particularly high motivation and always did the chores she was assigned. She even goes the extra mile and completes unassigned work. However, her parents do not recognize her hard work, and she receives the same money as a sibling who does no work. The other family, the Johnsons, have their daughters raise their own money and purchase the things that they want independently. Each daughter has to work hard when cleaning the house, and doesn't need a parent to remind her to work. But they want to raise the money. They ask neighbors and friends for job opportunities. If one sibling doesn't work as hard, she does not receive as much money. These 2 sets of daughters go 2 very different places in life. The daughters from the first family, the Thompsons, will live mostly off of government benefits and programs. The one hardworking daughter will thrive, but her sisters will not. The second family's daughter will be very financially independent when they are adults. Each will have a responsible amount of money and saved and will not rely on government support. They will take economic opportunities and risks and will be granted with the rewards of hard work. Right now, the choice is all in your hands. You can ask the government for more economic regulations, more taxes on the rich, and more welfare programs for the poor to use as a crutch. You can watch a nation walk a dangerous path of stolen freedom. Or you can advocate for your right to free the economy. You can advocate for a nation that uses fair tax rates on all socioeconomic classes and use that precious tax money to strengthen the whole nation and our nation's defenses. A nation that doesn't rely on government to feed the hungry, but does so independently, which is much more self-reliant. The nation will promote more productivity and growth, because entrepreneurs will only be rewarded for the grit they put into their work. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how the United States government must function in accordance with the economy. The government cannot regulate the economy for the citizens. Instead, the people must rely on private business to regulate the economy. The U.S. government must act as training wheels and is there only when necessary to guide economic prosperity rather than be the force to induce synthetic prosperity. We believe that the current regulations on the economy are too oppressive. Such tariffs and taxes stunt overseas growth of the American companies. To begin freeing the economy, I promise to stop giving farmers and other manufacturers subsidies. People will be free to produce as many goods as they please and will have to rely on purchases to raise revenue and stay afloat. This, ladies and gentlemen, will benefit corn growers in the Midwest, and they will have to sell their corn to raise money. The government will no longer offer money to those who decide not to produce goods, just to keep the price high. Public utilities such as clean water, gas, electricity will continue to be private businesses with strong government regulations to keep their prices fairly low. This will allow citizens to obtain utilities in an orderly fashion and will keep the pipe system underground neat and manageable. Other industries, such as vehicles and textiles, will not be heavily regulated. The government will no longer go to excessive lengths to prevent monopolies or oligopolies, because I have faith that the economy will do a fine job of regulating itself. I promise here, Holden Whipple, that we will use tax money and it will go to hard work. All the money going to social welfare programs such as food stamps and medical aid will be transitioned into a fund to begin paying off our large amount of national debt. By the end of the first 100 days in office, I promise to cut off all spending for a social welfare program and to begin weaning the states off of dependence of these funds. I also do not intend to enact my own programs and initiatives. I believe that you citizens will be able to take care of your poor in a much more effective way. Community-based private organizations should be encouraged. However, the government will stay out of such affairs. Please know that I am not insensitive to those who face financial difficulty. I understand that taking away those programs will be difficult, but I promise that as the economy grows, more jobs will be available. The prices of goods will decrease as an industry, competition will increase, and you and your family will be able to become financially independent. I promise to revise the current situation of our government and to withdraw much of the power given to regulate the economy. With a chance to grow, I know our country will flourish and productivity nationwide will surely increase. My plans and goals might seem idealistic. A society that takes care of the poor while being independent of the government. An economy with booming business and fair prices? Yes, it is possible. Citizens who step forward and grasp this freedom by voting for me will find that we do not need a government to create prosperity. The people have the power to change each community and impact the future of our great America. After all, a nation is not defined by what its government can do for its people, but it is defined by what the people can do for the people. Thank you, and have a great rest of your evening.